Very good evening, everyone. We welcome you all to the Swarnim Gujarat Sports University as the second semi-final of the third edition of AIFF Club Football Championship is all set to rock and roll. What an incredible day it has already been. And now the second semi-final of the tournament, FC Thyristor taking on Golazo Football Club. These two teams, they have been absolutely brilliant in their journey so far, and they will be hoping to put their best foot forward when everything gets on the warm-up scenes of both the teams. This is FC Thyristor hailing all the way from Mizoram. Force that has always managed to pick themselves back up and eventually start roaring and rolling whenever it has mattered the most. And this is the Golazo Football Club. They are a team who are known for their flair, fitness, prowess, and tactics. And they are one particular set of players who will try and press the accelerator right from the first minute of the game itself. Well, that's a starting five for FC Thyristor. They have got Vincent, they have got R. Lalumpuya, the captain, they have got K. Mama, they have got Jonathan Van Lal Rinunga under the sticks today in place of Lalrem Ruata, and then they have got Titia. On the bench, they have got Zonun Sanga, Lalumpuya, C. Lalrin Lua, Peter Lalrin Lua, Lalrem Ruata, David Van Lal Ruata, and PC Lalrem Ruata. And they are being managed by Van Lal Chuanga as their head coach. And that's the starting five for Golazo Football Club. The star-studded team, to be honest. Scott Richard Moraes under the stakes, their captain as well. And then Lalsang Kima, Clinton Rosario de Souza, Stephen Satarkar, Sachin Patel. On the bench, they have got Ravi Kiran, Ishan, Ayush Deepak, Shubham Gaikwad, Shubham Potkan, Augustin Savio de Mello, Shabaz Rogangar, Jay Shutar, and Vishwajit Pinjan. And they are being managed by Joshua Stan Vaz. For both these teams, this has been a journey. As we were talking about, this has been a journey which has been worth savoring. Just to give you all a quick heads up, so far as things stand in the quarterfinals, Golazo Football Club dished out a 8-0 thrashing to Melat FC to eventually come forward in the semi-finals. And so far, the first semi-final of the day has seen Corbett FC edge past Tambourine Sports Club in a very closely contested battle where they managed to chronicle a scoreline in their favor, reading 6-5. The top two scorers of the tournament so far, PC Lalruat Sanga hailing from Corbett FC with 15 goals. Stephen Satarkar, who's going to take the yard in this match from Golazo Football Club, has got 12 goals to his name. And then K. Mama with 10 goals, who will also be taking the yard now for FC Thyristor, is up next. And as the players make their way to the centre, alongside the officials, alongside the incredible members who had made this tournament an absolute success. This is the third edition of the tournament, and what a display this has been. As the players exchange pleasantries, make no mistake, when they take the yard, it's all about a ferocious rivalry. It's all about an evening to remember. It's all about squeezing out their heart and souls out on the courtyard. Two captains, Laloma or R. Lalumpuya, leading FC Thyristor, and leading Golazo Football Club is their goalkeeper, one of the most experienced campaigners in the circuit, Scott Richard Moraes. The match officials, Syed Khalil is the first referee or the main referee of the game. And apart from them, they've got Surendaran K and Tanveer Ahmedwani as the second and the third referees. And the timekeeper is Ajay Singh. Match commissioner is going to be Sandesh Sudhir Gadkari, who have done an electric job so far of managing a high voltage tournament. And it's going to be me, Rohit, who will be taking you forward in this crucial fixture that would eventually decide the fate of the second semi-finalist. As Corbett FC awaits who is going to be the team who will be heading forward, hammer and tongs, into the final from this fixture. As the fans watch on, as supporters watch on, we wait for one more minute as the kickoff is at 6. Just to give you all a quick heads up, attacking on your frame from the left to the right, dressed in their signature white, is FC Thyristor. Attacking on your frame from the right to the left, dressed in their menacing blues, is Golazo Football Club. FC Thyristor hailing all the way from Mizoram, wherein Golazo Football Club hails all the way from Himachal Pradesh. And off we go. We are underway here at the Swarnim Gujarat University. Swarnim Gujarat Sports University to be precise. And an early attack from Golazo already. That's the opening goal. 12 seconds into the game, Golazo has shot themselves right up. And who else than the man who has been leading the scoring charts for Golazo FC, Stephen Satarkar. No separate invitations altogether. One quick pass, set up, teed off, and straight into the back of the net. While we were away, it looks like there was an attack at the other end as well. But what a start this has been. Even before we could blink, Stephen Satarkar, he's registered his 13th goal of the tournament already. And we have not even crossed the first minute. And here comes FC Thyristor, good defending there, good snatch. And once again, Golazo Football Club on the rise. And I reckon it was a bit heavy there from Lal Kima. Could have been menacing as well there, the way he snatched the ball, the way he channeled his run right through that left wing, the wing that saw Golazo Football Club securing their first goal. But once again, make no mistake, FC Thyristor, they are a team whom we have seen falling back, not just in the quarter-final, even in the last group stage fixture. An opening out there for FC Thyristor just while they tried to find that opening, and it looks like free kick has now gone against them. And yes, in the last group stage fixture, they had a must-win match altogether, and they started trailing against Baroda Football Academy, and they eventually went on to win the game, even in the quarterfinals as well, against Electric Bank Futsal Club. They started trailing, and not just trailing, they were trailing 3 goals to 1 at one point in time, and then they came back, and they came back very strongly and eventually secured the ticket to the finals. Apologies, to the semi-finals. And this is one particular team who refuses to stay down. No matter how many times they fall, they have managed to find their way back. And I think that is what matters. That spirit, that mettle. If you have it in a big game like this, in a high-octane game like this, then your opposition will always need to keep their guards up high. Golazo FC from the right. They are also another team that has always hit the accelerator right from the start and kept the accelerator pressed till the final whistle has been blown. And that's a gentle chip once again towards the left there, trying to control it. Clinton sends it central. And all the way back now, back to Lalsan Kima again. At the moment, the possession is being dictated by Golazo Football Club. Stephen back to Lalsan Kima. Lalsan Kima steers it further to the right, goes for a long range. There was Clinton out there just in front of the goalkeeper. And I reckon he's trying to tell it to Sachin that possibly that pass could have been to me there. Here's Titia. Titia has been instrumental in the last couple of games. He's done a phenomenal job. That's a gentle chip. The idea was to try and find the player on the far left. It looks like it is the captain of FC Thyristor. That is our Lalompuya. But then it was away from him. A quick kick in at the moment, quickly taken. Stephen on the ball. Stephen steers it to the right. Yeah, that's a lovely interception. Goal scoring chance. Equalizer comes in. What a match we are already witnessing. You do not have the scope of making a mistake. One small error and you will be punished. And who else than K Mama? K Mama has been in menacing touch in terms of goal scoring opportunities. And that's his 11th goal. The two top scorers of the team, K Mama and Stephen Satarkar, they have found the back of the net already. A semi-final worth the reputation. Trying to go for a long ranger there, Lalsan Kima, not really successful. Sends it all the way back to their goalkeeper there, Scott, captain as well. Now Stephen on the ball. Stephen trying to dodge past his marker, but continues to be resisted there by Mama. Sachin on the ball. Sachin steers it towards the right. Very well intercepted by Mama. Titia sends it further forward. An opportunity. Looks like there is a foul. Is it? No, not really. The ball went out of play. There's a kick in. Back to Sachin again. Now this is going to be interesting. Now we have seen Golazo FC kind of run away with games. Now that they have met an opposition who will keep on coming at you till the time the final whistle is blown, and they are technically very sound. This is going to be interesting that how they combat this opposition, because you have a different strategy for every single opposition. You just cannot run away with the same strategy that you have been playing with from the very start. Sachin on the ball now. Sachin to Lalsan Kima. Lalsan Kima does well, but then once again, excellent interception there. And here's another opportunity, trying to control that and flick it back in. Vincent is asking for a foul on that occasion, but it looks like he has been denied. Let's take a look there. It was a very gentle push. I don't think that it was substantial enough from Clinton to actually take the call. That would lead to a foul. The captain just having a word there, Laloma. It's a kick in, however. Vincent quickly takes it to Laloma. Now Vincent goes in with that cross there, but it was a bit too heavy there. And look at how the coach of FC Thyristor, Vanlal Chuanga, he already has his eyes on. Corner kick there, quickly taken again. Oh, that's a lovely chance, but then it's not easy to get past the likes of Scott Moraes. He's a tall, towering contender, has his eyes on the ball, and keeps his guards up at all times. Decent passes. And much better. Stephen Satarkar. Stephen Stephen trying to get on. Here they come in from the right. Again, goes central. Snatched away by FC Thyristor. It's a captain. And that's a first foul by Golazo FC. Laloma has been pushed from the back. Yeah, he knew he had to pull it off. There was no other way for him. Quickly takes it. Nicely controlled. Oh, that's a delectable delivery. Can Laloma make it count? Laloma just fails to. Oh, that is unnecessary. That is so unnecessary. He acknowledges that. But he got to be careful, because you have to understand that 5 fouls and then you start conceding a penalty. 2 fouls already from both the teams. Back to Golazo again. That should be another foul. No questions asked. Clearly he was over that player. You have to be careful when you are trying to tackle. Ideally the timing, your positioning also needs to make sense. Back to Stephen again. Stephen goes central. Not much space there. Excellent footwork. Very well done by Clinton, but then eventually he's lost possession. Here's an opportunity. Long ranger comes in. Scott Moraes saves it away for a corner. This is going to be an interesting battle. And who else than Titia? Titia's got a venomous shot at his behest. He's known for firing those in. That was slightly overpowered. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Jonathan. Jonathan plays it to Titia. Titia chips it forward. That's very well done. This can be another chance. What a goal there! That has been rifled into the bottom left corner by K Mama once again. He gets his brace, and FC Thyristor has secured a very slender lead. Once again, absolutely sensational. Goes left, drops the shoulder, and takes Sachin Patel by surprise. And no chance for Scott Moraes, who was slightly off the line. Now this is going to be an interesting call there. And as soon as Sachin Patel, he was sent crashing. We can see Shabaz Rugangar is already on the court. Goes without saying that they will need their defenses to be at an all-time high, because if they don't, then it can be challenging. Lal Chuanga just telling his players, calm down right now, control the tempo. There's no need for you to rush. Laloma to Jonathan. Jonathan plays it forward, and not the best of passes. Could have been intercepted as well by Jay Sotar, who's also on the pitch now. Back to Scott. Lal Sakima plays it towards the right. Once again, they run into a cul-de-sac manned by not one, but 2 defenders from FC Thyristor. This is some decent footwork. Vincent, can he snatch the ball? Not really. But he's won his team some valuable seconds there that allows the defenders to fall back. And they are forced to play it back again. Shabazz on the ball. In the far right, they try to overspeed. Shot comes in. But Jonathan does excellently well to first parry the ball and then collect it cleanly enough. That is one of the reasons maybe why Jonathan has actually come out early today in place of Lalrem Ruata. This can be trouble, and very good defending. Jonathan was off his line, and it's going to be a corner. But what a phase of play already. This is electric. Jonathan had no clue what was happening. He lost his shape. And almost finding that equalizer there. Stephen Satarkar once again. It's going to be Stephen Satarkar with the corner. This has been a pretty fast-paced encounter. And Joshua Stanvaz, he keeps his eyes open. That's a lovely delivery, and what a finish! A stunning strike there from Lalsan Kima. Oh, apologies. It looked like it's gone in. Sincere apologies for that. That has graced the side netting. That was a powerful strike from Lalsan Kima. Almost felt for a moment that we have had the equalizer. But then this has been some electric futsal altogether. Both the teams matching each other pound for pound, ounce for ounce, blow for blow. And that is what we really expect in a semi-final. That's again a bit of an overpowered pass. And that allows FC Thyristor goes for a shot, but this time finds the side netting again. And very quick to get the ball rolling, quick to get into shape there. It's Jayesh at the moment on the ball. Back to Sachin again. Stephen, apologies. Stephen tries to dodge pass. Stephen has a shooting chance. Takes the opportunity but goes wide. Looks like it's taken a deflection along the way as well. Yeah, that was a powerful strike, and yes, it did take a deflection along the way. Well, this can be trouble. FC Thyristor looking for a bit of space there. Looks like it's going to be a foul. That's a fourth foul, and this was one for the team. Because he had some clear space ahead of him. If he would have gone forward, it could have been trouble brewing on the horizon. Take a look at this one. Yeah, it looks like that it was eventually that body that he kind of gave in the line. Kind of unintentional. I think he took a bit more time to regain his shape. So not much to worry about, but then at the end of the day, when you're obstructing a play, that will go out of play. As the players return to the court again. FC Thyristor gets the ball rolling. At the moment, they have a very slender lead now. Yeah, they have lost possession. It's 2v2, can be dangerous there. Stephen Satarkar does well to control the possession, but eventually, was that enough? This can be a chance. Stephen rattles the woodwork. The entire goal was gaping. But by the time Jayesh Shutar could eventually control it, it kind of went a bit too acute. The angle became a bit too difficult. Titia with the kick in. 11 minutes remaining in the first half. Plays it further forward. Goes for a long ranger, but that was miles away. Back with Golazo once again. Stephen on the ball trying to get that space ahead of him. But at the moment, I think the strategy that has been deployed by Golazo is that they have put in 3 players every single time. Now look at Stephen. The moment he gets the ball, the moment he tries to break in, he's being surrounded not by one but three players. One of them going for cover, the other two going for balance, which kind of also cuts down the area whenever, even if he tries to dodge and dribble and create some space with the two players right behind that cover. I think it kind of forces Stephen Satarkar to go back, control the possession, instead of just penetrating and unloading one of those shots. That's another fine ball. Now, this has been the story every single time. They have pushed it forward. They have been denied space. Lalsan Kima again. Channels it towards the right. Lalsan Kima sends it further forward. But very good defending. That goes out of play. It's going to be a kick in. Shahbaz has been shouldered by the owners of the kick in. Opportunity, tries to take one, but eventually hits the deflection, goes out of play. It's going to be a corner right now. Another opportunity for them. This is the man, Stephen. But it looks like he'll have to retake that one. Stephen is being marked by Titia at the moment. Plays it back. And that is once again excellent man marking. And here comes another opportunity for FC Thyristor. But once again, the advancement from Scott Richard Moraes, it does the trick. Back to Shahbaz again. Shahbaz steers it to the right. To Lalsan Kima. He plays it forward on the way. And that's a decent clearance. Another corner at the moment for Golazo FC. They are desperate right now for the equalizer. Plays it further back. Controls that. Try to channel themselves into that central channel. One of their strongest areas. Kind of a forte for Golazo FC to try and go forward with those shots. But at the moment, except for that first goal, they have not really found that shooting space. This is exceptional positional defending. I mean, you don't need man marking. If you get the zonal marking right, you will get half of the job done. This can be another opportunity. Excellent save by Scott Moraes. Could have been trouble altogether, but then had it not been for Scott, once again, it could have been the possibility of a third goal opening up. And to try and release the ball forward. That will eventually go out of play. Kick in at the moment, and they will take it softly enough. Shahbaz to Lalsan Kima. Lalsan Kima almost walking forward. Jayesh. Oh, that's poor. That is poor. He kind of misjudged Lalsan Kima. He thought that he will stay his position, but eventually you got to move in order to create that formation, create that shape intact. Quickly taken again. That's a decent bit of job from the captain. Tries to find out an opening, but intercepted now. And here comes Golazo once again. A bit of an overpowered touch. And now it's 2v1. Goal scoring opportunity. Scott Moraes comes out, prunes down the angle. And that kind of compels Peter. Most likely it was Titia with that shot there. Now with an angle which is so narrow, it's very difficult to try and chip one. Yeah, it was Titia. He had to go for the chip there. If he could have gone for the chip, maybe it could have been a different story. But Scott was so fast, he was so quick, that it was kind of difficult at that point in time to think so fast and to act on reflex. Lalsan Kima onto the far left with the screen. Lalsan Kima cuts in, goes for the shot, but Jonathan does well to save it. Back to Clinton again. Clinton plays it towards the right. Takes his time. Yeah, decent dribbling. Back to Clinton. Clinton looking for options. Not really happy with the kind of options he had at his disposal. Tries to control the ball, but eventually lets it slip. Back to FC Thyristor. Titia. Titia taking his time. When you have a very slender cushion, you know that you need to play these tactical sides. That's an excellent breakthrough there, but if he would have gotten that first touch, Peter Lalrinloa, that first touch needed to be slightly better. It needed to be a bit more in control. It could have been an excellent work. Sadly enough, that wasn't the case. Lalsan Kima again. There is space on the right, but he takes a bit longer than expected and then eventually gets crowded over. Here's a chance for Peter, but Peter fails to keep it under control. Back to Scott again. Lalsan Kima. Lalsan Kima has an option on the left there. Jayesh awaits, but he eventually takes a bit longer and he wanted to channel it towards that central channel, and unfortunately it wasn't the right option. Jonathan gets the ball rolling. Lalam Puya on the far left. Kind of crowded over, not by one but two defenders. And Stan Bars, Joshua Stan Bars, he knows the importance of all these minutes. This has been a pretty closely contested battle. It's been an oscillating encounter of two teams who have been at their best, but the kind of defense that FC Thyristor had posted so far, it's just so good to watch. They have really cooped up Golazo FC at the moment. Golazo FC has barely found any space whatsoever to get those shots in place. This can be a potential goal opening rather, not a goal scoring chance, and that should be the foul. That should be number 5. The 5th foul rather. And a free kick as well. It looks like a yellow card has come out. We'll quickly confirm who's the player who was at the receiving end of it. Take a quick look there. Yeah, that clearly was a foul. In all likelihood, yes, it is Peter Lalrinloa who has been taken into the book there. Free kick at the moment for Golazo FC. They've got Sachin Patil on the free kick. And then they have got Jayesh up front. And now Sachin is being joined by Lalsan Kima. Jonathan just ensuring the fact that there aren't any breaches whatsoever in the wall. Sachin goes forward with the shot, but kind of overpowers that one. It misses its mark by whiskers. Yeah, just over. No chance for anyone. And Jonathan will be happy. Yeah, that's a decent snatch. Goal scoring chance! That's the equalizer! Once again, the defense that has been airtight so far just had one moment of madness. And Jay Sutar, an experienced lead in the futsal circuit, gets on at his BS and fires it with all his speed. And a wonderful setup from Clinton Rosario de Souza. And what a top-class finish. It's all fair and square here in the first half as FC Thyristor currently has 2 and Golazo FC has 2 as well. And before we head into the final 5 minutes of madness, looks like another timeout has been called by the coaches, and this time possibly it's gonna be by the Golazo FC. We are back up and rolling again. And at this point in time, it looks like both the teams, they mean business, both the teams, they are in some serious contention. They're on to the far right there, trying to control, trying to create space. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of gap there, and eventually Jonathan plugs it by coming out of his line. That's a fine ball forward, but Scott and out as vigilant as always. Lalsan Kima had a shooting space, had some shooting space ahead of him, but couldn't really utilize that. And now coming in from the right is Lalam Puya. Lalam Puya plays it back to Titia. Peter. Peter again. Good interception there. All the way back to Jonathan. That's a fine ball, but eventually it eludes everyone and allows Scott to pick it up, roll it back. This time the idea was to try and pick the player who was right out in that central arc there. Lalsan Kima. Back to Lalsan Kima again. Lalsan Kima steers it to the right, back to him. From the left wing. Decent work. Cuts in sharply, trying to create some space. And then decides to pass it. Plays it back again. Oh, that's very well intercepted. This can be another shooting chance, but Vincent kind of went too much underneath the ball, kind of overpowered that one, and that flipped one, and that flipped for the skies. Back to Jayesh, the man who scored that all-important equalizer. Even the first semi-final between Corbett FC and Abilene Sports Club was an absolute nail-biter. Eventually, Corbett FC managed to edge past Abilene Sports Club by a solitary goal. Yeah, that's a poor giveaway, but somehow or the other, it has not been capitalized upon by Golazo. Looks for a lovely knuckleball. But kind of didn't really keep that on target. The idea was right. Stephen was just outside that line of his. Now Stephen, what advantage of Stephen is that he's very tall. He's got a very burly, very towering stature, towering physical stature. When you have something like that, when you have an advantage like that, you can then start pushing. You can then start covering the entire goal. Even if you're off the line, at least your height provides you with that advantage. Even if there's a shot, an attempted chip coming in your way, you can track back quickly, or you can even stand your guard and just parry that away instead of going for the grip or catching that. Jayesh on the ball. Jayesh to Lalsan Kima. Back to Jayesh again. Jayesh just trying to open up that shooting spectrum. Yeah, that's good defending this time from Golazo FC. Final 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Gentle lob. That is very well done. Keeps it on the ground. And it was Mama once again who tried to control that K Mama. But then he kind of missed out on that opportunity. It's very difficult considering the fact that he kind of overshot himself. So the ball was behind him. Sachin Patil. He's done well ever since coming back in the yard. Eventually it was Sachin Patil who was... I won't say culpable for that second goal, but he definitely had a bit of flaw there that he would really like to rectify. Stephen Satarkar comes back in. Stephen scored that opening goal for Golazo FC, and then FC Thyristor scored 2 goals, 2 back-to-back goals to stake that lead, but then once again through Jayesh Sutar, they have managed to find that equalizer. And now the game kind of panning out in that midfield. Once again, the numerical superiority. Well, looks like another foul has been committed, is it? Or is it a kick in? We'll have to wait. We'll have to confirm. Possibly is a foul because there is an argument going on, and a foul here will be a penalty because they have already conceded 5 fouls. Yeah, looks like it is a foul, which means it's going to be a penalty here. And Golazo FC, they will just start fancying their chances. And they're all set to power home the penalty. It's going to be Sachin with the penalty there. Jonathan's all set, and so are we, so are the fans. And Golazo sneak their noses ahead. Powers one, well saved. The rebound has been powered into the back of the net. The lead has eventually come back to Golazo FC, and once again it is Thyristor with his brace propelling his team to that slender lead here. This is what happens in futsal. You've got to be very, very careful. I think Jonathan, if he could have controlled that one, it wasn't the easiest of saves. Eventually got it away through his knees and thighs combined. So the rebound wasn't the easiest of saves for him. And Thyristor, what a game he's having. Scoring 2 goals in the big semi-final. It obviously tells you that you are one of those greats who are tailor-made to perform under the pump. And the performance under the pump, that's always very, very special. And now from the right, Vincent goes for the cross there, but could have been better. There was a player right in front of the goal. If he could have actually set it up nicely enough, he may have seen that equalizer once again. Lalsan Kima. He's going to take his time. The tables have turned. A few moments ago, FC Thyristor took their time and they were leading. And now that the urgency, the ball of urgency is back in their court. Now they will be the one trying to hit the accelerator. Kick in at the moment for Golazo. Lalsan Kima tries to get the ball past those 2 forwards. Oh, that's another opportunity. The idea was right, and once again it was K Mama with the shot there. Scott looked in position. Even had it been on target, unless there was a delicate chip in play, you never know. They do well to keep the ball in and controls that as well. That's some fine bit of footwork altogether. They are kind of cramming themselves into one corner, and with this, we'll come to the end of the first half. This has been an electric first half so far. Both the teams, they have bared out their arsenal. They have bared out their heart and soul to eventually keep this contest right up the alley of the greats. That's the final scoreline of the first half. FC Thyristor 2, Golazo Football Club 3. It is K Mama with the brace for FC Thyristor. For Golazo Football Club, Stephen Satakar opened the scoring, and then Thyristor came back strongly with 2 back-to-back goals. So that is how it all started. This was the opening goal, right through the gap, right through the gates of Jonathan. Very well placed, to be honest. And then the celebrations began, but not for long. One mistake, and FC Thyristor was right there looking for that all-important equalizer. Some decent skill on display, however, for Golazo. That was a long ranger that missed its mark. And that was the equalizer from Mama. And then almost coming from the back, coming from the grave, Mama scored once again. That was a gentle push as well. And then a few good saves from Scott. Kept his team in the game, didn't really allow them any free space. and then knocking on the doors. The knocks started turning into bangs for FC Golazo. That was another good looking shot, but look at how Scott kept his hopes up high, kept his guards up high. That was another sensational shot. Look at this finish. Class. Absolute class. This is where they kind of let us know about their signature, about the fight that they have in them. It didn't really matter that what they wanted. And then eventually, a bit of slip up there from Jonathan. There was another chance. Yeah, that is the one where we all got excited. It felt like the ball did go in. And then a handful of good saves as well. And then a bit of footwork coming into play. This was another opportunity. Kind of took him a bit longer than expected. And it was so close yet so far. Yeah, that was another fine chance. But well defended. Now this is where the yellow card to beat, and that was the fifth foul. Then the free kick went flying. That was the equalizer. Right into the back of the net. And Jay Sutar, when you give him a chance like that, he's never going to miss out. Almost rifled that one. And then the penalty. The rebound being powered home by Jayesh once again to make it 3-2 at the end of first half. And as things stand, once again, the final scoreline at the end of first half is FC Thyristor 2, Golazo Football Club 3. The stats, 48% ball possession for Thyristor, 52 for Golazo, 10 shots for Thyristor, 4 of them on target, 12 from Golazo, 8 of them on target, 5 saves from the Thyristor goalkeeper Jonathan, and 2 saves from the Golazo Football Club goalkeeper Scott Moraes, and 1 corner for Thyristor, 4 for Golazo Football Club. And these stats are powered by Sports KPI. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll now dive into a short breather and return with the second half of the contest. Welcome back, everyone. We're all set with the second half of this contest. And so far, after an electric first half that saw both the teams showing what they are capable of, it's time for the second. It's time for the final 20 minutes of absolutely crazy, delirious, and manic futsal action. And off we go, attacking on your frame from the left to the right in their signature blues, hoping to inflict a bit of blues upon their counterparts. Is Golazo FC attacking on your frame from the right to the left, donning their signature whites and hoping to keep the momentum on this game is FC Thyristor. And now a bit of passing football on display here. Lalsan Kima plays it to Stephen. Back to Kima once again. Kima does well to get past his marker. Almost managed to find another opening there. But good defending, alert defending. Stephen Satarkar gets the ball back. That's a terrific, fine piece of work out there. Then sadly enough, the shot didn't go in. Look at this. He takes not one but two defenders off guard. But Jonathan comes up with a very crucial save there. Delectable ship forward now. This can be an opportunity. Does well to actually go past those two defenders there. But eventually, by the time he could take the final shot, it felt like he was cramped for room. And now he's giving the ball away once again. Takes a shot there, Vincent. Not on target. Tries desperately to stay on their feet. And Jayesh, the man who brought Golazo FC back in the game now. FC Thyristor once again on the prowl. And it is K Mama from the right. K Mama does well to keep the ball in play. And it looks like it's going to be a corner there. That's a coach of FC Thyristor. Vanlal Chuanga. He's done a fine work altogether. And his boys keep on fighting back, keep on throwing everything in the blender, trying to get that all-important equalizer right now. Fine ball into the central channel. Vincent, not the best of touches there. Good recovery. Now coming in all the way from the left. That's another fine ball out there. Jayesh on the ball. Jayesh goes for the shot, but that was not on target. Would have been an incredible goal there if it would have been on target. Back to Titia. Yeah, that's a fine snatch. But then eventually the persistence there from the defender didn't really allow Golazo FC to have that free space ahead of them. Titia once again. Yeah, that's a decent interception. And now they may just find the space in order to pave another incredible attack. And once again, a crucial save there from Jonathan. And the second ball falling at the feet of Lalsan Kima, who does exceptionally well to receive that. Take a look at this one. That's a fine save. Well, the second ball actually fell at Jayesh's feet there. Topita eludes everyone there. Vincent was trying to latch onto it. Goes to Scott. Scott to Lalsan Kima. Lalsan Kima plays it back to Stephen. Back to Stephen once again. Lalsan Kima. Stephen. Now to the far left. And at the moment, FC Thyristor will have to break this defensive deadlock, because if they keep on playing this position without any pressure whatsoever, they'll be able to steal away crucial seconds from the game. And all these seconds, let's say around 5 seconds in each of these possessional displays out there. Even if they are able to pull off at least 10 to 15 of these possessional maneuvers, then what happens is they lose around a minute or a minute and a half altogether. And given the fact that they are trailing, that's another fine setup. Jayesh on the ball. Jayesh receives it. Jayesh goes for the cross, but there's no one at the receiving end as well. It goes out of play. And a quick apology there from Stephen Satarkar. Peter sends it forward. Snatched away once again. Constant tussle for the ball. Sachin does well to eventually win over, but he's under constant pressure. That one looked meaty, but the referee says that was very much by the books. Lalsan Kima, that should be a foul. That clearly was a foul. Lalsan Kima was able to keep the ball away from his marker and almost frustrated on that one. Kind of extends that foot of his. That's the first foul of the second half. Yeah, that was kind of unnecessary as well. The ball was way out of his reach there. He didn't really have too many options except to go for that tackle. It's going to be Lalsan Kima with the free kick as well. Lalsan Kima hammers that onto the wall there. Back to Golazo once again. Looks like it's Stephen out there. Back to Jayesh. Plays it back to Lalsan Kima. He'll take his time. He'll wait for defenders to approach him. Decent pass again. Stephen extending the ground. Stephen extending the dimensions altogether. Back to Sachin. Back to Stephen. Sachin again. Another square pass. Not the best of passes, to be honest. And yes, eventually resorting to safety there, Stephen had to clear his lines. It did take a deflection along the way. Jayesh Shutar, I think. A quick word there from the second referee, isn't it? There's also K Mama, and I think K Mama is going to be another important fulcrum of this FC Thyristor side if they want to come back in this game. Because FC Thyristor, they are a very good team, to be honest. And they have the technical prowess, they have the technical finesse to challenge Golazo FC. They may be a goal down, but a slender goal difference doesn't really matter because it can be extinguished, it can be snuffed out at any point in time. Now, when I say it doesn't really matter, what I mean is that you need that insurance goal. Well, that's another fine ball. That should be a foul, is it? Not really. Looks like the player's lost his balance there. A decent pass. I think the referee will play advantage. Lalsan Kima on the ball. That should be a second foul. Lalsan Kima once again. Vanlal Chuanga, he's infuriated at that one. I think he's trying to point out that possibly the last foul which was not given. Yeah, that clearly was a foul. No questions asked. Lalsan Kima was very fast for the defender to try and contain him. I think Peter is trying to have a word. Peter needs to be careful. He's on a yellow as well. And now it's a captain, R. Lalomkoya. He's also having a word out there. He's definitely not happy. But I think they need to keep their calm at the moment because it's not that they have been outplayed. It's still very much an open game. It's still a game for anyone and everyone. Because 3-2 is cushioned with 14 minutes remaining. I think even if they remember that last game of theirs, they were trailing almost with, 4 minutes remaining? And then they scored 3 back-to-back goals. And they went on to clinch the berth for the quarterfinals, for the semi-finals. So yes, they need to keep their temperament right now. They cannot just go on fighting altogether. They need to keep their nerves about it because at the moment, it goes without saying that Golazo FC will definitely not like... Oh, that's a lovely bit of work there, rattles the woodwork. Jonathan was beaten on that occasion, but the woodwork kind of doing the trick. And here's an opportunity for FC Thyristor. That's a wonderful receive there at the far end. But once again, tremendous goalkeeping there from Scott Moraes. And the ball's gone out of play. It's going to be another kick in at the moment for FC Thyristor. This is turning out into a brilliant battle of two extremely tactical sides. Two teams who are utilizing all aspects of futsal. Two teams who are utilizing the dimensions, the defensive positioning, and those small pockets of spaces that are opening up. Tussle for the ball there, and it looks like this time a free kick will be going against Stephen Satarkar and in favor of FC Thyristor. Yes, that should be the first foul at the moment for or by Golazo FC. Looks like Jayesh Sutar. He's clutching onto his ankle at the moment. It's good to see that he's back on. Free kick. Can FC Thyristor try and use that in their favor? Gentle pass onto the far left. Does well. Tried to get past Jayesh there. Well, that definitely was a push. For a moment, Jayesh thought that he will get away with that one. Looks like Lalum Puya, he's taken a bit of hit on that one. Let's take a closer look at this one there. Yeah, that certainly was a substantial push. And it happened right in front of the referee's eyes. Let's just hope that Lalum Puya is all right. It's good to see that he's back up. And the free kick. So now both the teams have committed 2 fouls each in this half so far. Vincent sends it forward, nicely brought down, and again decent work, but kind of couldn't really keep the ball under control there. Could have been a chance there. It was C. Lalrindoa. Ball's back for FC Thyristor, takes a shot, deflection, and it's going to be a corner kick. Peter Lalrindoa was the man looking for that chance. Corner quickly taken. Lalum Puya on the ball, the captain. Lalum Puya once again. Another fine ball, but a crucial intervention there. Eventually getting it away for a kick in, because if that ball would have fallen straight, it could have been another incredible delivery, and he would have had some shooting space ahead of him as well if he'd have gone forward with that inside dodge. Lalum Puya. Peter on the ball. Peter does well. Peter controlling it. Shooting space there. Lovely ball in that central channel. And once again going past, but I reckon he made it a bit too difficult for him there. It was Lalum Puya, the other Lalum Puya, not the captain. No, Pachwao rather. Back to the captain. Captain is Lalum Puya. Skipper once again. Sends it back to Vincent. Vincent taking his time. Vincent plays it to the skipper. That's a fine setup. Crucial defensive block there. And another excellent save from Scott Moraes. We have seen some brilliant goalkeeping from Scott today, whether it's coming out of his line, whether it's timely collections, whether it's timely interventions. I think he has been an absolute unbreachable force under the sticks. Lalum Puya once again, a gentle push. Referee says it's absolutely fine. And here they come knocking on the doors. The idea was to try and knit another player on the prowl, but it looks like it was slightly overpowered. It's going to be a corner at the moment, taken by Golazo. Lalsan Kima steers it towards that far left. Back to Lalsan Kima again. Now he gets another option in the form of Clinton Rosario de Souza. Back to Shahbaz. Shahbaz to Clinton. Clinton once again. Clinton plays it now to Sachin. Back to Clinton. Sachin and Clinton playing it well between themselves. Back to Shahbaz. Shahbaz does well. Does exceptionally well there. Stealing away important seconds there. Fine ball forward. Goes outside. Takes the shot. But not on target there. Clinton Rosario, the way he positioned himself, the way he went for that outside dodge, that was phenomenal there. Vincent was Peter was beaten. Good goalkeeping from Jonathan. Keeping his citadel intact. on that occasion, of course. Back to Shahbaz again. Shahbaz to Sachin. Sachin knits it towards that central channel. And now Clinton tries to latch on to it. Looks like have been out muscled altogether. Now going forward. All the way back to Peter. Peter with a gentle chip forward. Fails to control that one. Slightly overpowered touch. Will be another kick in favor of Golazo. 10 minutes remaining in the second half. Rather 10 minutes and 35 seconds to be precise. Excuse me for that. There's a chance, and again, didn't really have much space on that one. Good attempt made by Clinton Rosario de Souza, but was off target. Controls it, gently pushes it down, back to Peter again. And I think at the moment, FC Thyristor, they'll have to show that urgency. They will have to try and be audacious enough, try and create that allure where they can drag out the Golazo FC strikers, create some space for themselves. They'll also have to rely a lot more on their defense. They'll need to come out all guns blazing, because the deeper you take this game, now knowing Golazo FC, they'll start dropping back entirely, and that is going to be a very difficult phase for FC Thyristor to try and brave. So it's always advisable that they try and find that equalizer at the earliest possible minute here. Yeah, this time that's a decent bit of work. Can be trouble. Excellent work, but fails to put it inside. What a terrific display of skill and flair there from Clinton once again. Sadly enough, I reckon, let's take a look at this one. Absolutely brilliant. The idea was right. Picked it up from the ground and wanted to use that left foot of his to try and paddle it home. But then once again, Jonathan does a pretty decent work, kind of covered up that elevation and saved his team's downfall again. Clinton on the ball, and it looks like Peter has lost his shape. Clinton gets his goal there. Another electric finish. He missed out on the last occasion, but this one, this is certainly his. This evening is his. And now Golazo FC goes up 4-2 as FC Thyristor will have a mountain to climb. The insurance goal that we all keep on talking about, it may have just arrived. Let's take a look. What he wanted to do in the last one, he successfully did it on this one. Let's take a look again. Picks it up from the ground at a pretty comfortable height and uses the left foot to swat it home. No chance for Jonathan. And applauds from the captain as well. A brilliant finish. Getting us underway for the final 9 minutes of the second semi-final. It is FC Thyristor. That's a poor delivery as well. And I think now the nerves are starting to show. Because once the nerves start to show, then you kind of realize that even the simplest of occasions kind of takes a difficult turn, kind of takes a difficult twist. And now Jayesh, that's a foul there. Jayesh definitely had a bit of push going on, and the referee has spotted that one. That's the third foul conceded by Golazo FC. And FC Thyristor, they desperately need a goal. At the moment, it feels like they have been cooped up in their own half unless they're able to find the third at the earliest. With passes like that, they will only be complicating things for themselves. It's already a hornet's nest that has been kicked, and they are in the midst of it, being stung left, right, and center. They will have to come apart. They will have to bring themselves together, rally themselves together as a unit. They do that incredibly well. Position once again. Can they find that space from the far right? Not really. They have, again, once again, they'll need the numerical superiority coming in. Does well try to control that, creates a space there, but I reckon he kind of took it a bit too far on that right wing there and eventually grazing the side netting. Easy pickings for Scott there, no challenges. Another long ball. Yeah, that's very nicely done. This can be trouble. Incredible setup. Goes for the shot. And another impeccable finish. Sachin Patel gets his name on the score sheet as well. And now FC Thyristor, they are coming apart at the seams. Golazo FC, they have already gotten 1 foot of theirs in the final, where Corbett FC awaits. Extremely easy. This time Jay Sutar laying the foundation, engineering the goal. And all he had to do was just place it into the back of the net. And no mistake altogether. FC Thyristor at the moment, they are on a downward spiral and there's no one coming to help them. If they don't pick themselves up, if they do not batten up their hatches, that's a confirmation. Sachin Patel with that all-important goal for himself and the number 5 for Golazo FC. Can FC Thyristor get that third goal? This can be trouble once again. 2v1. But good interception there, not the best of passes. And now trying to hit the opposition on the break. This is further trouble. Yeah, but looks like he didn't get the response from his own players. He kind of went forward. Sachin went all by himself. Apologies, that was Shahbaz. Shahbaz keeps the ball. Shahbaz does well to control it. Shahbaz goes to the shot, but then Jonathan does well to come out of his line and eventually deny that. As the fans keep on cheering on. Now this is a 3v1 situation. Should be an opening. An excellent save again. Scott Murray, he's not one of those regular keepers. He's a Fort Knox, an unbreachable and impregnable Fort Knox that takes ages to beat. And once again showing why he's one of the best in business, why he's the captain of his team. Pulls off another critical save, delivering his team out of the immediate jeopardy. Sensational stuff altogether. The more you see, the more impressed you are. Joshua Stanvas, he knows that his team has the advantage with 7 minutes, close to 7 minutes remaining. I think all they need to do is just keep things simple. Don't go for something unnecessary. Don't go for something that will eventually lead to an unwanted unraveling. I think it's job very well done. Vincent on the ball now. Tries to go for a shot, another long ranger, but Scott, who has been so good so far, continues to deliver, continues to protect his citadel. Van Lal Chwanga is not really happy at the moment. It looks like it's going to be a corner. Yeah, it is a corner. Or rather a kick in. Apologies. Rather a kick in at the moment. Quickly taken. It's going to be intriguing to see whether Jonathan also joins the party at the moment, because he'll have to come together. He'll have to join his team, give them that additional support. They need a player who can eventually come forward and help them out. Another chance here. Chesh trying to find his hat trick. What a hat trick will this be? But now they have conceded possession. Is there a bit of space? This looks like lovely setup. Another fine save by Scott. And despite the ball pinballing right in front of the goal mouth, the saves keep on coming. Scott keeps on standing tall under the stakes. Let's take a look at this one. Vincent, he was kind of crowded over, not by one but two players. And the kind of defensive shadow that Scott has in place, that was just so good to watch. Well, Sachin, he'll like to take a breather at the moment, because it looks like he's taken a bit of hit there. He scored that all-important goal there for his team. And with this, we'll also have a timeout. Once again, we are back in action. 5.5 minutes to go, and we will find our second finalist. It's going to be Dalson Kima with that kick in. Gets it in. Back to Scott Moraes. Scott plays it to Shabazz. Takes his time there. Shabazz knits one forward. Cheap concession of possession there. And that will go out for another kick in at the moment. And a change in goalkeeping here, and Augustine Savio. Well, apologies, it's not Augustine. It's Lalbem Ruata who's finally out there. And Lalbem Ruata has joined his team as well going forward. He's trying to provide that additional bit of support at the moment for FC Thyristor. Vincent on the ball now. Vincent plays it towards the right. Back to Vincent again. Vincent goes for the shot there. There was a player who was right in front. Scott's out of his line. Opportunity. But excellent defending there. And eventually the ball still stays out. It still doesn't go in despite coming so close yet so far. Scott has been absolutely magical. And take a look at this one. David wanted to take a feint there, trying to throw Scott kind of off guard, off his shape there. And Clinton still fighting for the ball, but eventually it's going to be a kick in at the moment. Quickly taken there by Vincent. Another fine ball, but it eludes everyone and goes out of play. It's going to be a kick in for or rather it's going to be a goal kick, and Scott gets his early. And again, a slightly heavy touch goes out of play. They're asking his players at the moment to go forward is David Van Lal Ruata. David, that's another fine ball. And there's Lalrim Ruata, sets it up nicely. That's the third goal that they were looking for. And it has eventually come through Lalampuya. A very crucial goal here. They still have got 4.5 minutes to go. A fine finish. Scott was barely off his position. If they are able to find a fourth goal here, you never know. They will be going all in. Let's see, is there another late twist remaining in this game? Will this goal rejuvenate? Will this goal galvanize them back in action? Well, that's another foul. And the nerves are now starting to show in the Golazo FC camp. I think their captain Scott is just telling them, keep it down right now. There's no need to panic yet. We still have a 2-goal cushion. Looks like Opa Pachwao or Lalampuya has taken a hit there. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, trying to get past his marker, Sachin Patil. It was not the foul, but it was the landing that happened. Took him by surprise. And we can see the fans enjoying the game. They're also pretty tensed, to be honest. And they're asking him if he's all right. A gentle pat on his back as well. But it looks like it's really taken him by agony altogether. And I think this is also a few crucial seconds that can change the momentum, because ideally when you fall on your hip, when your hip lands, that impact is kind of heavy. That impact kind of takes you by surprise. And it's more like a shock altogether. It's very agonizing, to be honest. He's going to be all right, but it'll take him some time to get back in the groove. Let's say around a good 5-odd minutes, but they don't have 5-odd minutes. Yeah, looks like he's actually caught on the waist, and it can be painful. He's trying to get back to his feet at the earliest possible. He knows that his team needs him right now. And it's going to be a free kick. David Van Lal Ruata is going to be the one with the free kick. I think the impact is quite massive. You can understand from that. Let's just hope that he is okay. Let's just hope that he's absolutely fine. Because at the end of the day, all that is of paramount importance is that all the players are absolutely safe and sound. But I think with the fall that he kind of incurred right now, it leads to a break in momentum. And momentum in football, in futsal, in hockey, in any contact game whatsoever, it's very, very important. Back to Lalrim Ruata. Lalrim Ruata once again. Plays it square. Does well to get on to the far right. That is kind of haywire there. Should have done better. He ends up ballooning that effort. It's going to be another kick in at the moment. Both the coaches, they are kind of pretty busy right now. Joshua Stanbars knows at all costs they will have to stop the fourth goal. If that fourth goal comes in the next minute or two, the last 2 minutes, it's going to be absolute madness here. And they come knocking on the doors, but that's absolutely clean. The referee doesn't really give a foul. The only thing that they will get is a kick in. Takes it again. Lalrim Ruata now, he's no more interested in defending his own citadel. He wants to help his team, trying to find that fourth goal that can turn the course of the game. And here they come from the right. That isn't the best of passes. He'll have to cover a lot of ground, and eventually that will cost him a couple of more seconds. Back to Lalrem Ruata once again. Lalrem Ruata plays it very well. That's going to be a corner. Vincent wants to rush, and Vincent will take it quickly enough. Lalrem Ruata once again. Lalrem Ruata taking his time, trying to find out an opening. It was the Lalrem Rua who plays it forward. Lalrem Rua. Lalrem Ruata, slightly overpowered touch, and that can cost them dearly. That can cost them dearly, but eventually exceptional defending there. Absolutely brilliant from Vincent there. And that will go out of play. I think had it not been for Vincent, it could have been challenged. Joshua Stanvas, he's also pretty infuriated. He's asking for a foul there, and he is being swatted away at the moment by the referee. I think he's not happy with the call. 4 fouls already for Golazo FC. 2 more, and that can lead to a bit of trouble. 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes 47 seconds. These 47 seconds, they are very, very crucial here. I think it can actually define the pulse of the game. Lalson Kima gets it to Scott. I think that third goal, it has kind of brought about a paradigm shift in the course, in the complexion of this fixture. And now to Lalrem Ruata. Vincent on the charge. Vincent plays it to the left there. The idea was to try and find Lalrem Lua, but it was slightly overpowered. Again, a few more seconds stolen away. Back to Scott. And Scott will keep it with him as long as he wants. Sends it forward. Does well to receive it. That will go out of play. And Vanlal Shuanga, he's just urging his players to show that urgency. Here comes Peter. A gentle push there from Jayesh Shutar. And it's going to be a kick in favor of Golazo FC. Tempers are now starting to flare at the moment. Both the coaches, they are pretty animated. They are pretty lively. Vanlal Shuanga for FC Thyristor and Joshua Stanvas for Golazo. Now a kick in for FC Thyristor. Vincent takes it quickly and needs support, however. See Lalrem Lua sends it to Lalrem Ruata, but Lalrem Ruata, it was a bit too acute for him. And I think now with 2 minutes on the clock remaining, you can expect FC Golazo, or rather Golazo FC, to be in the driver's seat. That does well. A bit of space ahead of them. Nice setup! Point blank range. Clinton Rosario, who scored such a screamer a few moments ago, drags it wide. Back to Peter again. If that goal would have been scored, we could have put the game to bed. Goal would have been scored, of course. And now trying to find a bit of space there. It's a foul. Looks like a card's gonna come out. And it is Clinton who will get the yellow on that one. It's gonna be free kick number 5. Or rather foul number 5, apologies. They're requesting him. I think Scott Moraes, the referee's already made up his mind. No matter the requests, won't matter. Yeah, Stephen keeps on saying that let it slide this time, but I think it won't really matter as the yellow eventually is being shown. So I'll have to be careful in the last few minutes. Can't get another yellow, of course. Let's take a look. Yeah, that definitely was a push. And the fact that it could have been a potential chance, that even allowed them. So already with 5 fouls conceded, now they'll have to be very careful. They cannot concede another foul, or that's going to be a penalty. They can see Peter on the ball. Peter Lalrem Lua. Peter plays it square. An opportunity coming in from the right, is it? No, now in the central channel. Yeah, does well. That should be a free kick as well. And it is K Mama. Looks like it's going to be another yellow. He is being summoned over. And the game turning a bit physical. Yes, the yellow card is being shown there. But FC Thyristor, they still have a bit of slack for themselves with 2 fouls committed. This is going to be the third for them, so they will not have to worry about that. But they have a bigger worry in place. They have a 2-goal deficit, and all they have is 97 seconds. And now the ball kind of going out of play quite a few times. It's a lot of start and stop action. Kick in at the moment, Lalsan Kima. And just to steal away a few crucial seconds, he plays it all the way back to Scott Moraes. Back to Lalsan Kima once again. He does well. And he does very well, in fact, to go forward. And this time he has been dispossessed. Can FC Thyristor use this in their advantage? Not really. It looks like it's going to be a corner in favor of FC Thyristor. Quickly taken by C. Lalrim Loa. Tries to go for that inside dodge. This can be trouble if Lalrim Ruata is beaten. Not really. Lalrim Ruata does an excellent job of keeping. Oh, there's a bit of trouble there. We have seen this before in the previous games, and it looks like he's collected the ball from outside the line. An unnecessary. Oh, it looks like the ball actually crossed it, so it's a corner basically. It's going to be another corner. And more importantly, now with 49 seconds remaining on the clock, I think all Golazo FC will expect to do is just run down the clock. That's it. They are able to do that. That's it. They are well in position of securing this game. And the gentle push there looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Or is it a foul there? In fact, it looks like a foul. That's surprising. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, that certainly was a push, but I also think there was a bit of handout there from the player. So yes, it is a foul, which means another opportunity for Golazo FC to run down the clock and to possibly try and take another try at the goal. Takes it quickly enough, just trying to run down the clock. The strategy is kind of crystal clear. Another corner. And I think at the moment, Golazo FC, they are happy to keep the ball there. And it goes out of play once again. This time though, it's a goal kick. And Lalrim Ruata starts it off quickly enough. Help does arrive for K Mama, but it's not enough. 31 seconds to go. They just need to keep their guards up high. That's it. It should be very much it. Another gentle ball forward. And they open it up. Not really. Kick in for FC Thyristor. 22 seconds. I think now the game has been sealed. If not for a miraculous turnaround. Yeah, that's a fine pass and a very good interception once again. Taken quickly enough. Stationed towards the far right. 10 seconds to go. See Lalrim Loa. They have to go for the shot now. They don't have any options out there. And with that, Golazo FC have secured their final berth. The fans are delighted, they are ecstatic. And why not? Third edition of the tournament. And we have 2 new finalists. FC Thyristor, despite putting up a resolute battle, despite putting up a brave fight, have eventually been undone by Golazo Football Club. In a battle of supremacy, in a battle of quality, Golazo Football Club stands out by 5-3. Stephen Satarkar opened the scoring. Jay Sutar with a quick brace. Clinton Rosario D'Souza scored the fourth. Sachin Patil scored the fifth. And FC Thyristor, A. Mama got those 2 goals early, helped them to take the lead. Lalampuya scored that third, but that was not enough. A battle that would remain etched in the memory of the fans. They loved every bit of it, and so did we. Why won't we? A contest of such high caliber, a contest of such class, a contest of such tactical flair. It screams that Indian futsal is definitely taking a stride towards the right direction. As the two teams shake hands, as the two teams exchange pleasantries, I think now the celebrations can resume. Thoroughly deserved. They have earned their spot. They had to brave one of the toughest oppositions in the tournament. FC Thyristor, they were no easy teams altogether. But then Golazo FC living up to their heightened billing, living up to their expectations. They eventually met out justice. Quick look at the highlights. That's the opening goal that Stephen Satarkar managed to put through the gates of Jonathan. And Jonathan had no clue whatsoever how it all just unfurled ahead of him. And then that equalizer from K. Mama, that was just brilliant. Kept on knocking on the doors, and Scott wasn't happy on that one. And then out of nowhere, another grounder that took Scott Moraes completely by surprise. A picture perfect one, right into the bottom left corner. And then waking up like a phoenix from its ashes, Jay Sutar hammering away that all-important equalizer before he also found himself a second from the rebound. A bullet fired through the heart of the goal there. Right on point. And then this wonderful goal from Clinton allowed them to go up 4-2. Just a few seconds ago, he missed somewhat of a similar opportunity, created that chance for himself, and the fans were absolutely delighted. So were the captain, Scott Moraes, and then Sachin with another impeccable, incredible, immaculate strike. Bang on, no questions asked. And then suddenly producing a late twist in the game, suddenly injecting a bit of late venom. That all-important third goal arrived, which kind of brought the game back to life, but eventually, finally keeping the final 4 minutes in control, it was Golazo Football Club who sailed ahead. And a quick look at the stats: 49% ball possession for FC Thyristor, 51 for Golazo Football Club, 21 shots for FC Thyristor, 11 of them on target. Golazo with 22, 13 of them on target, 8 saves by FC Thyristor, 9 from Golazo Football Club, 5 corners for FC Thyristor and 8 corners for Golazo Football Club. And these stats were brought to you by Sports KPI. Well, that is that. The semi-finals come to an end. The final scoreline is FC Thyristor 3, Golazo Football Club 5. And just to give you all a heads up, on Sunday, it's the grand finale. The grand finale between Golazo Football Club and Corbett FC, who will be duking it out for the ultimate supremacy. And thank you everyone for joining in. It was a pleasure getting in touch with you all. So see you all on Sunday. Do not forget to tune in for its grand finale and the summit clash. It was incredible. See you all for the summit battle.